Welcome to Mrs. Riley's Maths videos. This is a maths video for my Form 3s, but might be useful to anybody who is looking at patterns and sequences, and in particular these geometric shape type patterns. So what I'm going to do is I'm working through Text and Test 2, Chapter 18, Exercise 18.2, page 418. It's a mouthful, and I'm just going to work through this question 1 and see whether there's ways that we can learn from it about how to deal with these geometric shape patterns. Okay, so here's the question. Here's a repeating pattern of geometric shapes. What are the next two shapes? List the positions of the first three circles. Is there a pattern? Which shape forms the pattern 3, 7, blah, 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 blah. What is the 21st shape? What's the 37th shape? And if the 61st shape is a square, what is the 62nd shape? Okay, so let's look at this. I'm just going to move up a bit higher here so that we have a page that I can work on. Hopefully, or maybe I'll work underneath it. Maybe that's a better plan. Make space to do that. Okay, so it's going to be actually no, I'm going to work over here because it's easier to do. So let's look at this. So we've got our pattern here, and what we can see from it is that we've got a square, a circle, a triangle. A square, circle, triangle, rectangle, square, circle, triangle, rectangle. So it'll be square, circle, triangle, rectangle will be the pattern, isn't that right? So what are the next two shapes? Well, that should be straightforward. Basically, these shapes are repeating every 4 times, aren't they? So there's 4 shapes. That's one cycle of the pattern. There's another 4 shapes. There's another cycle of the pattern. Oh, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Starts with a square in a way and ends with a rectangle. Starts with a square and ends with a rectangle, every 4 shapes. So the next 2 shapes, that should be straightforward. The next 2 shapes after the rectangle will be the next 2 here. So a square and then a circle. Hopefully you can see that. List the positions of the first 3 circles. So let's just write this down here, maybe, if I can squeeze this in here. List the positions of the first 3 circles. So what we have is the first term, or the first item, is a square. So 1 is a square, 2 is a circle, 3 is a triangle, 4 is a rectangle, and then 5 is a square, 6 is a circle, 7 is a triangle, 8 is a rectangle, and then 9 is a square, 10 is a circle, 11 is a triangle, 12 is a rectangle, and 13 is a square, 14 is a circle, 15 is a triangle, and 16 is a rectangle. Now you don't have to do it like this. I'm just trying to come up with a visual way. So list the positions of the first 3 circles. So here's our first 3 circles, are 2, 6, and 10. So the first 3 circles, are 2nd, 6th, and 10th. Is there a pattern? Yes, the pattern is that every 4th shape is a circle. So you can, I suppose you count 4 between circles. Count 4 between circles. Okay, so once you have a circle, you have to count 4 times to get to the next one. What is the 21st shape? Well, looking at this, 1, 5, 9, 13, add 4 would be 17, add 4 would be 21st, 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, and 22nd, 15, and add 4 would be 19, and 23rd, add 4 would be 20th, and 24th. So what is the 21st shape? Is going to be this one here, which is a square, isn't it? So the 21st shape will be a square. Oh, hang on. Which shape forms the pattern 3, 7, 11? That's going to be the triangle. And what is the 37th shape? Now, if I kept going here, I could find out the 37th shape using my method here. But let's see, is there another way that we could do that? So let's look at the book here. What is the let's go back to the 21st shape again. Is there another way we could have done it without doing out my little table? So the 4th, that's 4. shape. So the fourth shape is a rectangle, the eighth shape is a rectangle. So going up in multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, the 20th shape would be a rectangle, wouldn't it? Would be the 20th. So the shape that's after the rectangle will be the 21st shape, and the shape that comes after the rectangle is a square. So basically the pattern is repeating every 4 shapes. So we're going to divide 21 divided by 4, which is 5, remainder 1, which means we're going to have 5 cycles of the pattern, and then the next one after that, so the start of the new pattern, the first shape, that is going to be the 21st shape. Let's look at it with the 37 shape. Again, it's in cycles of 4, so how many cycles of 4 are we going to have in 37 shapes? So 37 divided by 4, we're going to have 9 cycles of the pattern, 9 repeats, and then the 37th shape, so 9 fours are 36, remainder 1. So again, the 37th shape is going to be a square, because it's going to be the next shape after 9 full repeats of the pattern. If the 61st shape is a square, what is the 62nd shape? Well, obviously the 62nd shape is the one directly after the 61st shape. So the square is the, well, hang on, what's the 6th is a square, so that's going to be the 61st, they're telling us, which makes sense because 4 goes into 61 15 times, remainder 1. What's the 62nd shape? It's going to be a circle. Okay, so it's really, I mean, it's kind of common sense in many ways, probably easier to do if you see it as a table quiz rather than as a maths question. You can use ways of writing out things to help you to see the patterns, or you can just do it in your head, but the main thing is just to understand that you've got a pattern that's repeating, or a unit of a pattern that's repeating itself, and we need to be able to work with that. Okay.